Is Pepe a rug pull? It looks like the team is cashing out millions on Binance. This is Around the Blockchain. Thank you for joining, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. It is going to be a hot episode as we go talk about crypto for life, as we're going to go on crusades about it. In fact, first guest in the green square, we have Hotep. Hotep, Jesus, how are you doing today?
What up, bro?
Always a great time. Also on today, we have Crypto Lifer with the right number. He's number 33, folks, in the pinstripe. Crypto Lifer, how are you doing today?
How you doing? God bless you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right. And awesome t-shirt. It is Crypto Crusader. What's that say? I see a Bitcoin logo. What's that shirt say?
It's time for Plan B, man.
All right. That's what I said last night to the miss. Hey, anyways, we're going to talk about our NFT securities. Did OnlyFans buy Ethereum? And did Pepe rug pull? But first, the NFT securities. Let's show the guy we're talking about. His name's Tom Bilyeu. I think we're saying it right. It's Impact Theory. You might recognize this guy. Well, the SEC has alleged that his media company sold NFTs as an offering of unregistered securities, folks. Impact Theory has agreed with a cease and desist order with the SEC. They said that they sold multiple tiers of NFTs to fund its operations and promise tremendous value to the shareholders there. However, it was not a share in the company itself. They reportedly raised about $30 million. Now, SEC coming after an NFT project. This isn't looking good. I'm kind of wondering, is this the beginning of the dam breaking, Hotep? We have SEC charging, Tom, raising $30 million. Are we going to see this cascade over all NFTs? Are NFTs doomed?
So, first of all, we have to just point out one of the first people that are suspect actors, and that are the people behind the NFT projects themselves who need to be heavily vetted. Because what happens is when you want to ban something, what you might need is a bad guy or an actor to act like a bad guy. So then you can then ban said thing. Right. So we have to take a clear look at them. This also can be deemed as something they call a false flag. So you have to watch out for the false flag operations within the crypto community. Now, what we want to do is we do not want to fall for that trick, because that's what that is. That is a trick. And we want to say no to the SEC, no to the CFTC, and all the other regulations out there. Because all that is simply communism, bringing things underneath centralized control of the communist government. Now, why? Why are they coming in? This is the key, because if a dime bag gets sold in the park, I want in. What happens is they see value. They see value in a thing. And once they see value in a thing or how that thing is operating, they want in. But are they really interested in the value of NFTs? No, they're not interested in the value. What they're really interested in is the gold. And this is the gold of every single business across the United States. And that is the system. They went in on the system of NFTs and exchange and how these things proliferate and how these things are promoted and sold, et cetera, et cetera. I'll stop right there. But that's really the play that's being had here. And we got to be mindful of the people putting out the NFTs.
All right. I like the false flag comparison there. Is Tom the Gulf of Tonkin of NFTs?
Now, here's another thing. I have great legal advice, so I will never say anything about one individual because, frankly, I ain't got enough money for y'all to be taken from me. So I'm not going to answer that question. But what I will say is something stinks everywhere in the NFT community. But the NFT community is not unique. NFT community is not unique. I mean, it's the same thing they do. Have you ever talked to Arthur Quan Lee? Arthur Quan Lee is an artist, New York City, who got extradited basically from the community, kicked out the art community. And he was actually working with Hunter Biden's art collector. And what he basically said is, it's a form of money laundering. They are artificially raising prices on things. So when you see it happen in the NFT community, people go, oh my God, it's NFTs. I'm like, no, they've been doing this for centuries. Where have you been?
I've been in the corner painting alongside Hunter Biden. I too want to sell pieces for $250,000. I think I can paint as good as he can. So, hey, who knows? All right. Now, Crypto Lifer, I expect at some point, I kind of agree with Hotep. This is the first shot being fired right now across the bow. I expect at some point there will be an NFT project and they're going to wear a hat. They're going to say, it says, I'm the XRP of NFTs, baby. And they're going to fight Gary Gensler. When that happens, how do you expect that to play out?
Thank you for the question. Well, it all depends on where we stand with regulation at that time. They're playing cat and mouse. Like, they don't want to ever reveal their cards, so we'll never know, right? And that's like Hotep saying, they're instead of giving us actually having a community sitting together and creating laws that help the people, it's a rather we're going to prosecute as we go on and just kind of go after whatever we want. When he also mentioned something, remind me of my late father. I used to come home and complain a little bit and say, the house prices are going up, but the wages aren't changing, and this is that. And I would complain a little bit about the status, what was going on in the world. My dad was like, they've been doing it for centuries. Smarten up, just find your peace and move on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a peon. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna exploit you. They're gonna exploit you. He wasn't trying to put me down, but he was just saying they're gonna exploit. That's what they do for a living. And what he meant was focus on the beautiful things in life, because there's going to be demons that are pillaging every day. And like he said, it doesn't matter the industry. If there's value in the industry, they're going to try to corrupt it. They're going to try to take hold of it. Look at the parasitic banking system that continuously operates it's horrible for everyone involved. The only people that benefit is the Federal Reserve, people at the top. They get access to money when it first gets printed, and then everyone else, gets inflated. So we're basically in a place where Bitcoin could be the answer, and I still have a piece of my mind that was it created by some other entity that we don't know where they want to bring us, but I still believe Bitcoin is the answer. It's the way out. And honestly, the answer to your question is so vague, I can't really answer it because I don't know what regulation will be at the time. Maybe you'll have to just move to the country that's going to accept it. I just think it's going to be a territory in an area where you're going to be able to thrive, like Dubai or somewhere else. But right now, we're behind in the U.S.
Yeah, I will say there's not too many U.S. entities in the NFT space that could compete against the SEC. Maybe Gary V and Yuga have big enough pockets there. Now, Crusader, on that point, why didn't Tom fight the SEC? He's raised over $1 billion with his projects, over $30 million just from this NFT sale. Most would assume, he has the funds to take this to court. Why did he just, roll over and just comply with the SEC's demands?
I mean, the simple fact is, if you made $30 million, you're probably not going to get fined off $30 million, right? It's like you're paying with stolen money, right? It's just like the banking system when they get hit with money laundering. They laundered $100 million and they get a fee of $30 million, and they pay their fee and then they keep on doing it and then do it again. So it's one of those things. It could be that, right? It could be just, hey, we got the money. We can just pay it. It's quicker, it's simpler, right? Instead of having the headache of fighting, they don't want to be the champions of NFTs. They're as a company, they're probably just say, hey, we're using this as a vehicle to create value for our company, right? To create marketing for our company. And yeah, maybe we made a mistake or two. Okay, we knew this ahead of time, or we took the risk, right? NFTs were in a gray area for a very long time. Maybe now we finally get some regulation, but they took the risk. It didn't work out. They got the money to pay for it. Why not, right? Why, instead of going be XRP and fighting in court for the next 3 years forever, and then at the end of the day, give back all your gains, right?
Yeah.
So
3 years in crypto is a decade at least, right, Crusader? At least that's how it feels. All right, and it'll be interesting to see how the Richard Hart case plays out. It looks like that's scheduled about 2 months from now. All right, well, let's talk about OnlyFans and the parent company buying some Ethereum, folks. Not a small bag, not like 2 ETH for an NFT project. No, we're talking about $20 million worth. The company's name is Phoenix International. Purchased $19.9 million worth of ETH. It is down. It's down to 11.5. So they've lost about 8.5 million since they bought it a little bit higher. It's down a little bit more. But they were first to allow, or as far as these paid sites, one of the first to allow users to have NFT profiles that were verified. So they're no stranger to working with Web3. Now, Hotep, we have OnlyFans. Now, there's plenty of jokes to be made about, where the money's going to end up in the world's oldest profession. But what are your thoughts about OnlyFans, the parent company, buying $20 million worth of Ethereum? Is this significant? Is this an outlier? Will we see more from Patreon and some of these other subscription services?
Well, first of all, we have to look at OnlyFans, the monster that it is. And in order to do that, they just released their earnings for 2022, right? So check this out. Their revenue was 1.09 billion, almost 1.1 billion, up 17%. Profit, 525 million. Payment to content creators, 5.6 billion. That's payment to creators. So when we're looking at the type of platform that this is, right? which is a payments platform. They're just a intermediary of payments. That's what they do. Okay, they host content, but they are a payment gateway. And being a payment gateway, it makes sense that you would venture into crypto, right? Because what if you had payments coming in ETH and you held that, or mixed it into the community somehow, right? And said, now maybe the girls will take ETH, whatever. But it just makes sense, being a payment platforms, that they would diversify the type of coinage that they choose to use. The amount of money that they bought in ETH, it was how much? Say the number for me one more time.
They bought 19.9. It is now worth 11.6.
So 19.9 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like pennies to them. They did 1 billion in revenue, right? So it's just like, oh, what do we do with this money? Oh, you're gonna have to allocate a portion of the businesses towards investments anyway. So why not get exposure to ETH?
All right. I guess when Hotep does the math, we are only talking about single digit percentages here, but still, I would say that number is 4.6 billion in revenue, billions in profit. Huge gains there. All right. We do have a chat saying OnlyFans going to store that ETH in the trunk. Do you mean the ledger? That might work, or the seed phrase. I don't know what you mean by that. All right. Now, Crypto Lifer, is this just a backdoor plan? No pun intended, for future crypto payments to be on the platform?
I mean, yes and no. I think, number one, the internet is expanding, right? Anyone that's got a business involved with the internet, that's me, that's you, all of us, right? I believe if you don't have somewhat of a portion of your mind dedicated to, foreseeing how cryptocurrency is going to be brought into your business, and I think you're just not you're not planning well for your business. So the internet of money is Bitcoin, is cryptocurrency. So I believe, the second they started an online company, they would probably already have some type of idea of how to bring in a portal. So I believe, yes, number one, I think that's even before this. And then to add to it, think about it. They know, like real estate. Real estate's great. Well, it made probably the most millionaires and billionaires in the world we've ever seen, right? But we never saw cryptocurrency before. If you bought Bitcoin in December, right, it went from 15,000 to 31,000 until by April, halfway through April. You can't double your money in real estate. So my whole point is, when currency, they had that much extra revenue. So when you have a business that ends up with that much extra cash and revenue, you don't want to lose. You want to put it somewhere proper. And just like Michael Saylor says, putting it into cryptocurrency is a great idea. Now, they didn't go the Bitcoin route; they went the ETH route. But I think either one are a great long-term investment for your company's capital. Why keep it in cash when you can put it in Ethereum? 5 years from now, they're going to have triple the capital, and maybe if they sell some of it right at the right time, you might have to swing some of it if you're using it for capital allocation. But if you're parking it for 10 years, some of it's a great investment. So I believe it's just the smartest thing to do. It would make me want to buy their shares right now.
All right.
Ethereum, if Ethereum was a woman, I'd want to have sex with it.
All right. I would do a crypto tip. What does that mean? Anyways, all right. Is that your profile pic, or are you just happy PFP? Anyways, all right. Now, Crusader, before we get off the rails here, bringing up a good point where, they probably have some sort of back-end platform maybe being developed here. How long until we see crypto tipping on this platform?
I mean, it can happen any day, right? Crypto tipping is nothing new. Tipping in general, like on Twitter and other platforms, have existed in the past. It's nothing great or amazing that hasn't been done before. So it can happen any day. The fact that they're using Ethereum, right, is showing you that there has been a shift. Kind of, a lot of companies have been going for Bitcoin. Michael Saylor, with Elon, with SpaceX and Tesla and so forth. But other companies are going to come in and buy some Ethereum as well. I think we're starting to see that happen right here, right now, where we are going to see more companies buy Ethereum because there might be a little bit more upside, a little bit more risk, but a little bit more upside as well, which is worth it to these companies, especially a company like this that has so much money. Right, like Hotep was alluding to, they're basically digital pimps with a lot of money on the side. Like, why wouldn't they want to allocate some money to some assets that are going to grow the next 2 or 3 years drastically? So I think the digital thing is going to happen any second.
Crusader, what happens first? You could tip ETH on OnlyFans or Doge on X.
Oh, dude, that's actually a really good one. But I think it's going to be OnlyFans ETH tipping before we see Doge.
Okay. All right. We're going to go around the blockchain, ask everybody the same question here. Or go ahead, Hotep, then we'll go around.
No, go ahead. Ask the question.
All right. Well, What would you charge for your monthly subscription fee? Hotep, I'll start with you.
For what? OnlyFans?
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe you're just talking about watches or the latest grift. It doesn't have to be pictures.
Oh no, I'm gonna give the ladies what they want. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give the ladies what they want.
There's no guarantee. It's only ladies, man.
My OnlyFans. See the girls are slick, right? They got a free OnlyFans, and then they got like another one. You know what I mean? So you need a feeder. So I think my feeder would be free, and then the other one. This is straight from the playbook of Andrew Tate, by the way.
Okay, all right. Top G to bottom G and everywhere in between. All right, you got your plan.
$20 a month. $20 a month.
I love it. I love it. Crypto Lifer, what are you charging? Some might have a lifetime subscription too.
Like, wait.
Again, maybe you're just sharing charts. We don't know what's on your page.
No, OnlyFans, you'd have to do the Speedo and like, you know what I mean? Like,
you don't have to. Have to. This is decentralized.
So, $33 a month. You know what I mean? Like Sundays are free. Tuesdays are free.
On brand. On brand. I love it. Crusader, last one here. What are you charging a month?
21 for the 21 million Bitcoin.
All right. Shout out to 21 Savage, our favorite British rapper. Hotep, did you want to add one thing real quick?
Yeah. ETH is a beast because they're putting CBDCs on ETH.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So fiat tipping, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know what 0.002 means, but I know what $5 means. Here's that USDC or USDP, or whatever they're going to call it. Anyway, all right, let's move on again before we go off the rails, folks. All right, let's talk some Pepe. Is it a rug pull? What are they doing with the funds? It's a lot of conflicting data right now. The blockchain sleuths are on it as we speak, but the Treasury had a massive outflow. That much we do know. There's 26 trillion Pepe worth $4. No, wait, no. It was worth about $25 million. Well, the signatories on the wallet, on the multi-sig wallet, they withdrew about 15 of the 25 trillion Pepe, put about $15 million, 16 trillion Pepe to be exact, leaving the 10 trillion Pepe. Well, we actually have the post here. I'm not going to do the whole post. This is from the official Pepe account. You can see here yesterday, a series of unexpected transactions took place, which 16 trillion was transferred to various exchanges. I'm going to skip to the end. At this point, it appears most stolen were quickly sold on OKX and Binance. The remaining 10 trillions will be transferred out into a new wallet where they will safely rest until a use or burn arises. I've been in negotiations with web domains, and I'm looking into acquiring for Pepe. And when I'm complete, I will burn the remainder of these multi-sig tokens right there. So Pepe, looking at the price, it's down about 20%. Some people are finding some inconsistencies with the multi-sig data that I haven't verified for myself. Some are saying, it hasn't been changed. What is real? What is false? We do not know what is happening here. But Hotep, you're no stranger to grifts. What are the odds that this is playing out as described? Is this he was grift or is he the grifter?
That's a good question. I think I want to zoom out a little bit though. Right? Yeah. I think I want to zoom out and look at the Pepe grift period. First of all, it's a beautiful grift. It's a beautiful grift. And if you got rugged, then that's the cost of education. Like when people talk about, you lose money in crypto. I've lost money in the stock market, right? All of that stuff comes down to the fact that is the cost of education. You spend $20,000 to go to school and come out and become a communist, don't you? So why don't you put a little skin in the game, lose a little bit of money, and then you can tell somebody else about it, and now you done learned, right? But most people don't even know how to acquire Pepe. But I gotta respect the grift. It could be him. I'm not exactly sure, where all these trillions of tokens are going or whatever. But meme coins are America. Okay, meme coins are a dream of the founding fathers. The founding fathers would love the meme coin. Let's not forget the Revolutionary War wasn't about taxes. It was about who was going to write the script of the United States dollar or the dollar of the colonies. Adam Smith talks about this in The Wealth of Nations. I talk about it in my book, The Patriot Report. Massachusetts, wilding with the money. They had the meme coin, right? Down here in PA, they had sound money, right? but you get what you pay for, you know. And but you need that. You need to have some faultiness to really educate people, because that's really what it comes down to. If people don't learn on their own, basically what happens is you have Alexander Hamiltons of the world, SEC of the world, Gary Gensler's of the world, who come down and say, well, we got to protect you because you don't know any better, right? So I say all that to say, let's not be so mad at the Pepe project, and let's use it as something to learn from, so that people can see, hey, you can get rich, but you can get burnt too, you know?
I like the idea of the founding fathers making NFT projects, shitcoin projects, trying to make real tokens. I think Ben Franklin, he'd probably make the next Solana. As far as Declaration of Independence signers, Hancock, probably the best name for a meme token. I would have to give it to good old Herbie Hancock there. Shout out to Chris Farley. All right, well, Crypto Lifer, you know, a lot of times we've been around, we've seen what burn events can do. You know, people tell, oh my God, this amount of sheep was burned. I'm going to go buy some sheep because there's less now and the value must go up, right? That's kind of how I feel a lot of times. Well, what would $10 million worth? You know, we could talk about trillions of sheep. 10 trillion doesn't really mean too much. But we're talking about 10 million fiat dollars worth of Pepe. If that was burned, do you think that'd make a significant change in the price?
I mean, it's not going to make the hugest change, but it'll create sentiment, and it'll stir up a little bit of a pump, possibly. Again, like, you have to think about it, these are billion dollar market cap. 10 million is a lot of money, but it can get absorbed pretty fast. And with a dip or a pump, before you know it, you're kind of right back in there. Another thing I want to talk about is playing a meme coin is very similar to everyone's at the beach and there's like a nasty wave over coral reef, and everyone's like, oh, I'll surf that, and like whoever wins the surf gets $1,000, and like everyone goes in, and like basically 90% of the people like get crushed into the coral reef, and everyone's surprised. You know what I mean? Like when you play a meme coin, like you gotta know that you're playing. It's like swimming in an alligator swamp, man, or swimming through a shark infested water, like, and then be like, oh, I got bit by a shark. Oh. So I mean, and I like what he's saying. Use it to as a learning process. But like we've all learned this many times over. Like we know what a meme coin is. And again, everyone knows I traded the heck out of it. I liked it. I'm not against trading these things. I think they're great. If you could take advantage, that's why I say technical analysis. People think it's voodoo. People think it doesn't work. I'm telling you right now, you'll know things before they happen by using technical analysis. Like show me the charts and I'll show you the news. So if you get educated, you stick into the charts. Even if you're a DCA guy, you'll be able to see at least the high points and the low points for Bitcoin. And like you'll be way better off being able to allocate your money at the right places, like not financial advice.
Is Pepe one you're looking to hop back on, or does it make you want to croak?
I still I made the money and I did sell at 38 on Wendy's channel the day of my dad's wake. I'll always remember it. My dad's death is like connected to Pepe in a weird way. So I had sold Pepe and literally went to the wake. And but I still hold like $700 of it just to see where it goes. You know what I mean? I just have it tucked away and I'll see where it goes. One other thing I will say, and I can't verify this for sure, but I have a pretty good memory when I hear something. And yesterday or the day before, a whale that holds millions of dollars recently bought like another huge bale of it. Like he bought like 5 million worth, and he already held like $1 billion worth. So I don't know what's going on. It seems like some other whales are accumulating Pepe too.
Okay, all right.
Any coin's gonna make it. Pepe, SHIB, I even think Bone and Leash are worth holding on to for into the next 2 years. But all
right. Big fans of the dog coins are going to love those picks. All right, Crusader, last question here. Is there opportunity here with Pepe, or does this just smell like frog shit?
Man, honestly, it probably is just frog shit, right? Meme coins, they have certain life cycles. Not all of them survive like Dogecoin forever. Maybe Pepe can make it to the next cycle. Maybe, right? But maybe SPF needs some bailout money to get out of jail early, and that's why Pepe is dumping. That's just some FUD I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true or not. Long story short is, even if they burn 10 million, right? How much ETH has been burnt in the past, right? We've burned like hundreds of thousands of ETH at this point, and ETH isn't having any significant price jumps from it. So I don't think a meme coin is going to have any significant price jump. I think the life cycle of these meme coins are just frenzy cycles. People are bored in the market. Something crazy with hype happens. It has this run. Maybe it does come back, but I don't think so. I don't think people should be betting on that comeback. I think people should be doing a lot smarter investing and not so much gambling with these meme coins. You got to use them while they're hype. When there's no more hype, don't try to relive the hype with these random pieces of news.
All right. Should have got in when it was a tadpole. Now it's just the dead dancing frog off Looney Tunes. Yeah. It's limp, you know.
Hey, cat out.
Unlike the only, anyways. All right. Well, it looks like that is all we have time for. And Hotep, in it. It was a great episode. Now, Hotep, you can direct them to your new website you might want to create. I don't know, $20 a month. It's up to you, or your free one, or just share, you know, all the stuff. I'd love to hear more about your website, your book. What you got going on, Hotep?
Well, first of all, if you're into investing in meme coins, or you want to get into investing in meme coins, my suggestion is trade options first, right? That's quickly accessible, USD. You know, if you can't do that and stomach that, you probably aren't ready for trading crypto.
All right, that's all we got time for. Make sure you go down into the description. You're going to find links for all 3 channels right here. They're all putting out great content. I highly recommend go check it out. Go watch their latest video, leave a comment. That's all we got time for today, folks. Hit the like button on your way out. Peace out.